right it is. But we are on our way over to Manchester. Bit of a trek from where I'm at, where I live. But the reason we're going to Manchester today, it's actually Saddleworth, which is just on the outskirts of Manchester, and we're going to see a gym which basically is owned by a friend of mine, Ben Bamforth, and it's called The Unit, and it's in Saddleworth. And the reason we're going to see it now, which instead of 2 months ago when we were supposed to go to see it, is because it got burnt down a week before the opening day, and I was meant to do the opening day and have a bit of an event there. But yeah, I couldn't make the new opening day, and obviously it was all rushed after the fire. I always said I'd try and get over there when I can and go and see it, and the place looks out of this world, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to hitting a shoulder session down there, and we're going to do some more content as well, film quite a lot of content, make the use out of the gym whilst we're there, and just see what's going off, see what's happening. So I'm looking forward to it. I've got my pre-workout in hand, just want to make that at the start of this video, so let's get on in and go for it. Right guys, so as you can see, we're in the car. We're actually at a services on our way to Manchester, or Saddleworth. Basically, we're going to see a friend of mine, Ben Bamforth, who has recently opened a gym over there, and we were actually meant to open the gym a few weeks back, but some nice person decided to burn it down the week before, and I couldn't make it to the new opening day. So what I'm getting at is we're on our way there now. We're filming YouTube content, and we thought it'd be good to answer some Q&As. So guys, I want some questions from you. Please put them on here, and I'm going to answer them in the YouTube video on the way home. So Ash is going to answer them. We've got a 2-hour drive, so I thought it'd be quite cool to do that. So ask me some questions. So make sure you stay tuned, make sure you watch the rest of the video, because I'll answer those questions in a little while. So we are starting to get a little bit worried, aren't we, Ash?
We are.
Because we are literally in the arse end of nowhere. So I'm hoping some buildings might turn up at some point. Found the farm shop. At least there's some life here, there's some buildings here. We've come out of Saddles now. What?
Are we nearly there yet?
I have no clue, it says we're 6 minutes away. We made it, would you believe? So we're here, Saddleworth Unit Fitness, and we've already had a quick sneak peek, and it is unreal. This place is unreal. So you might actually see us down here a little bit more. It is a bit of a trek, but definitely worth it if you like training and you can appreciate good equipment. So we've got a lot of primal in here. I think that's about it really. We've got Matrix, but on like the top Matrix. Matrix have like a 1 to 5 system, so the one's the cheap nasty stuff in like Pure Gyms, sorry Pure Gym, and then you've got the good top ones at like 5, where they're in posh affluent gyms. So I think this is a 4 or a 5, but you don't really need to know all that. Let's get in and have a look. So do you know what I was saying about obviously the place got burned down? This was 1 week from opening. So you can imagine this being a derelict building. They've spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on it. A week before, this is all brand new equipment. Absolutely soul destroyed. How Ben managed to get this back round again, oh, kudos to him, because for me I'd have been soul destroyed. Right, let's go. Really. Right guys, so Ben is the owner of this place. Like I said to you, we've known him for 12 years, I believe. So I first met you, Galaxy Manhunt.
Oh yes.
I was still a plumber back then, never done any modelling whatsoever. Ben took me under his wing on this photo shoot, and
he just said he was good looking, to be fair. I said, you need to model, let's get some money made.
He actually did it. Yeah. And then here we are now. So this is your second gym.
Second gym, yeah, that's right.
He's got another one in the pipeline, but we'll not say too much about that.
there. I'm going to do him one as well because this guy needs a gym. Comment, he definitely needs a gym.
Have you heard that? He's going to do me a gym. Let's do this. But yeah, we're going to get straight on in here. I've told them all about obviously the gym going down, all that kind of stuff. But we're not going to be too negative. We know about that.
Positivity.
Yeah, it's all about positivity.
That's it.
Look at this place. We're going to hit shoulders. Let's do this. So that's the first exercise done. As you can see, straight barbell pressing. We did 1 feet in a set, 3 working sets, and then a 4th working set with a drop set to finish. Very similar to what I do normally. I just like to progress up in weight, and then I like to really get that volume in as a drop set. I love supersets when I'm dieting, but drop sets tend to stay in all year. Slightly longer rest periods obviously on my off season, and then I'll alternate what I start with, so either a dumbbell press or a barbell press, depending where we're at. Quick terrace tips when you're doing side lateral raises. For me, I think it's very important to start side with your hips rather than to the front. If you start from the front, you're going to start swinging up. We'll start from the side. And imagine you start putting yourself through the wall and not coming up, so you're out and around rather than coming up and bringing your traps into play. A lot of people will go too heavy, shorten the motion or range of motion by bringing your elbows bent and you put it into your traps. It's a lot easier to throw. You'd look more impressive if you throw heavier weight up. But the key to that round 3D side delt, out and around. Obviously we'll go to the next exercise, but we're now the top off in the attic, so to speak, of the gym. And this place is absolutely insane. Like I said, I've been to a lot of gyms all over the world, and that's not bragging, but I've seen the best gyms and some shit, to be honest, but this is just phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen anything, especially in the UK anyway, like this. So it's a big area. And just see for yourself, there's so much light, and yeah, it's quite cool. I'm just stalling for the next set. Let's put some more weight on. So that's the shoulder workout done. What an amazing gym this place is. I've got to admit, I've never really trained on final equipment, but I'm impressed, I must say, I'm really impressed. Some of the movements, we didn't use a lot of dumbbell work, there's some machines here which I didn't show in this video because we weren't using them, but having a little play on them, really impressed. Amazing
amazing gym. If you're around this area, Saddleworth, come check it out. I think we'll be coming down here a little bit more, won't we, Ash?
Yeah.
Doing a bit more filming down here, content driven. But yeah, shoulders done. Hope you've enjoyed it. Now we're going to move straight on to the Q&A, which we talked about earlier. Hope you've got some good questions for me. Let's go.
Right, so we're heading home now. It's Q&A time. Obviously, I'm driving. Ash has got the questions here. That's my phone. So let's go. Let's try and answer some.
This question is from Adam Lee Larson. Do you ever work out twice a day?
Yes. When off season, no, if you don't count the cardio. So what I do, off season, I train 30 minutes in the morning, which is just cardio, walking, fasted, and then I'll do my weighted circuit or session, in the evening. When I prep for a show, that'll be an hour cardio in the morning, and then all my abdominal work, core work in the morning, and then I'll do my weighted session in the evening. If for any reason I'm slightly behind on prep or I need to speed things up, instead of taking the calories out, which a lot of people do, they reduce the calories, I would just increase my expenditure by doing a little bit more in the gym. So maybe go back and do an extra 30 minutes cardio in the evening, or do my cardio, core and training, so 3 separate days or 3 separate times. So it all depends where I'm at with prep and competition.
How often do you train abs?
Good one. We were actually talking about this in the gym yesterday. So again, dependent on where I'm at, whether I'm in prep or off season or maintenance level, I tend to train them once a week on a Sunday now, but it's a full session, so it's 45 minutes to an hour session, and then I'll tag something on in the midweek. So at the end of, say, my chest or shoulder workout, I'll just do a couple of exercises on abdominals. When I'm prepping for a show, I'll do it 2 to 3 times a week in the morning on their own. So instead of doing my cardio in the morning, I'll be fasted. I'll do a lot of my core work then. So yeah, 3 times a week when I'm prep, 1.5 to 2 times a week when I'm not.
When you're not. So many questions here, it's ridiculous. What time do you work out?
So again, the times I work out is dependent on my family life now. We've got into a bit of a routine of training around 2 o'clock because I can get 3 decent meals in. So 8, 10:30, 12:30, 1ish, and I get training for 2 o'clock. That seems to be working for me at the minute, but everything changes if you're a father or if you're a parent. You'll see you can't really stick to a certain plan. That's something I took for granted when I was single. Not as a dad, not as a parent. I could train whenever I liked, and I could just plan my day around my training, whereas it's the opposite now. I plan my training around my family.
What was your lowest calorie intake ever?
To be honest with you, I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't actually know, and the reason I say that is I don't massively count my calories when I'm dieting. I only ever count the weight of my food, and I'll start as high as I can. I know my starting point, and then obviously over the 16-12 weeks when I'm dieting, I reduce those portion sizes down, and for me that's always worked because I don't have to overthink things, and I'll always evaluate, say, 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 6 weeks out, and if I feel like I'm behind, I increase my expenditure or I take some more weight of food out. Calories have never been a huge factor for me. I understand it, I know how to do it, but I feel like it takes away from like the whole bodybuilding thing when you're so anal about it. And if I can get really, really low body fat without doing it, so I don't feel the need to do it, but I know roughly, but I'm not saying it's my lowest, but I know roughly I'd be still on 3,200, 3,000 calories, even in peak week, as before I go on stage. So my metabolism is very quick, so I require a lot of food, a lot of calories just to hold weight. So I wouldn't really go below that even a day out from a show.
Perfect. So let's crack on with these questions. Should I be having a protein shake on the days I do not train?
Yeah, that's a good question. So again, if you're counting your calories and if you're trying to hit a specific number, then it's a great easy way to get calories, protein in. For me, I tend to take protein shakes, powders, for the absorption rate around training or when I'm fasted first thing in the morning. So So in my porridge, I'll have a whey or an isolate, a whey isolate or whey concentrate. Because I've fasted over 8 hours, I need to get a fast-acting protein into the system quite quickly. So that's why I take it then. And then obviously after training, which is essential, is to try and get the nutrients back into the body as quick as possible. And the fastest way is liquid form. So that's why I take it then. So when you're not training, for me, it's not a necessity, to be honest. I would probably go for a solid food over a protein shake on your non-training days.
Perfect. Brilliant one here from Mitch. Will you be at your Two Bro Show Ryan Terry Classic on the 30th of April?
So providing this video is out before the 30th of April,
Well,
Ash,
I hope it will be.
Yes, I will be there. I nearly got divorced over being there, so hope people appreciate me being there, because my wife, bless her, she organised the surprise family getaway on the same weekend, and I had to make a choice whether to go away with the family for the weekend, which I really wanted to do, to be honest with you, or obviously come down to the Two Bros Ryan Terry Classic. And I thought, there's no way I couldn't be at my own show. I think it's the 4th or the 5th year running now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Hopefully you'll be there. I'm hoping with that question, or guessing with that question, that you will be. So I will see you there.
Here's another great one as well regarding food. Do you weigh your meat and chicken before and after cooking rice and potatoes?
So I only really weigh my food post-cook. The reason for that is, can you imagine trying to weigh your food raw? It'd be an absolute nightmare, because you've got to try and get them into specific portions, then cook them in that portion. Whereas for me, I'm mass cooking, so I'll cook 10-15 chicken breasts off in one go, if it's in the oven, if it's on the barbecue, if it's grilled, if it's in the air fryer, whatever it is. So I don't want to be trying to portion all them separately whilst it's uncooked. So everything is cooked for me, same as the rice. I'll make a massive pot of rice, and then I'll weigh it out once it's fully cooked.
Perfect. Okay, let's move on to the final question. So, what is your plans for competing this year? Big
if I
one.
knew that, I would tell you. No, I'm only joking. So I'm still undecided, if I'm honest, and it'd be quite good to know your thoughts on this. So please comment below on what you think I should do. So we've got two options. I've qualified for the Olympia, which is in December, and what I'm lacking in is size. Condition's always there, shape's there, but it's the size what I'm lacking. So a longer off season would suit me better, because I can gain good muscle tissue and probably be at my best for the Olympia. But the Arnold Classic, which I won last year, is in September, 12 weeks before the Olympia. And every show I've ever done, I've never really had the desire to redo that show other than the Olympia, because once I've won it, I feel like I've achieved it, I need to move on. But from, I wouldn't say a political standpoint, from a hype standpoint, so if I was to win that show 12 weeks before the Olympia, it's a very big, very prestigious show. It gives you a bit of clout going in, a nice run into Olympia with that backing. So there's a bonus to doing it, but the downside would mean I'd have to start dieting 12 weeks early. Will it really make a difference? Like, I've been doing 7 Olympias before this, so would that really make a difference? Have I built a name up enough now to be able to go into the Olympia and focus on the Olympia? So let me know what you think. I'm still undecided. Obviously I'm definitely doing the Olympia, but it's whether or not we start dieting earlier and do the Arnold as well.
Get commenting below.
Get commenting, please. And on that note, thank you for all the questions. Obviously there's way more I just can't answer. I'll be here all night and this video will be going on too long. But thank you for watching this video. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Please get involved with the comments and what you want to see next. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.